My name is Hiro Watanabe from Japanese newspaper Sankei Shimbun. My question is about Governor Biden. Do you think is she ready to lead this country whenever something happens on the president? I want to ask this question. Some supporter also Chairman Fiorina.
Well, let me start and then ask any of these folks if they'd like to comment. So, I think the answer unequivocally is yes. I think the facts are clear that Governor Palin has made more executive decisions. By executive decisions, I mean decisions where the buck stops with her. She has made more executive decisions in her various offices than Barack Obama has made in his life. And after all, Barack Obama is voting for president, is running for president, and she is running for vice president. I also think, very candidly, that women around this country appreciate the fact, and you heard a bit of this from Cynthia and Jennifer, that a woman who understands the challenges of balancing a very demanding work life with a very demanding family life, that's a perspective and a skill at prioritization that's valuable and that shouldn't be underestimated. She has a very large and rich family, and she also has had very substantial responsibilities outside of her home. And that's quite a struggle for women all over this country to balance the demands of work and life. I think they appreciate having that perspective very close to the Oval Office.
I'm excited about Governor Palin. I think Sarah Palin is a really extraordinary woman. She's 44 years old. She's governor of a state that usually is a pretty macho state from every measure I've ever seen. And I've been to her state, traveled through it, and she has accomplished more in her 44 years than Barack Obama by far. She, in fact, is a leader. She's proven herself to be a leader over the past 20 years in so many ways, and yet she's one of us. She has a normal family. She has family issues, don't we all? I haven't found anybody yet that doesn't have family issues, and she's, I think, handling them in a responsible and compassionate way, and that's what we need. Is she ready to be president tomorrow? I don't know. That's not the question. But I think she's certainly ready to be vice president and be one of the leaders of this nation. And I think having a woman in the White House will be one of the greatest things we do in this generation.
Yes, sir. Sorry, it's the gentleman right here in front.
Sorry. This question is for Ambassador Irwin. Ambassador Irwin. I wonder if you can address what you see in the differences in terms of foreign policy between Barack Obama and Senator McCain, and how you think that the nation will be perceived. Because one of the things that we've been hearing about is how we need to repair our alliances abroad and that sort of thing. I wonder if you could speak to that just a little bit.
Sure. The Pew Research did a worldwide study of the image of America abroad in not only first world countries, but second, third world countries too. And interestingly enough, we are at a historic low in terms of the opinion that other people have of us. They think that America is dictating too much to others and not cooperating and joining in the solutions to the problems that the world is facing. Interestingly, they did a study in the United States, and Americans agree exactly with the same position that the non-Americans have about our country today and our current leadership. John McCain has had great experience around the world. He's traveled the world. He's been involved in world issues forever. And on the other hand, we have a young senator who has never been involved in any foreign policy issues that I'm aware of, who says that we should go and sit down with dictators around the world, criminals, in my opinion. Many of them are criminals. We should sit down with them. Well, that's the most naive thing that I've heard lately. If that's a sign of good leadership, it doesn't work. It's never worked throughout history. But what we need to do, and I think John McCain has been very clear about this, we need to come out of Iraq, but we need to come out of Iraq with dignity and grace. We don't need to pull out of there with our tail between our legs. And if you put a definite number of months on when we're going to be out of Iraq, we're going to see the same pictures that we saw when we came out of Vietnam and the helicopters lifted off the roofs of buildings and people were hanging off the helicopters. That's the way you'll come out if you do it based upon strictly a date. We need to come out in an organized fashion and in a fashion that allows the Iraqis to take over their country. Now, is that something that's going to happen in 16 months or 12 months or 24 months or 36 months? Nobody knows the answer to that. But Senator McCain knows that we have to win in Iraq. We cannot afford to lose another battle around the world. We must win this war, and the way to win it is to allow the Iraqi people to take their country back and take it out of the hands of the terrorists and the minority that have taken charge of their country and put it in the hands of the people that are peace-loving and care about their families and care about the future of their nation. So I think John McCain is way better qualified to address that issue.
Thank you.
I think we're going to wrap it up at this point. I don't see any other hands. Thanks very much for your attendance. Allow me to just punctuate a couple things here. I think one of the reasons you see people like these stepping forward, those that have signed up for Citizens for McCain, those that stepped forward in Denver last week, is because Americans all around this country are realizing that no party owns their vote. That whatever their party affiliation, they are Americans first. And a vote for the highest office in the land, the presidency of the United States, is a uniquely important vote. And they need to cast that vote based upon the person, not based upon the party. I think the second thing I would say is this, once again, these folks are representative of many other people out there who will put their country before their party and cast a vote for John McCain in November. So we look forward to rolling out more Citizens for McCain as the next couple months transpire. Thanks so much for your attendance, and thanks to all of you for stepping forward and putting your country first. Thanks so much.